Please.
I just wanted to ask, how do you react to sort of signing Morgan Rogers? It's a huge deal for Chelsea.
Good afternoon, everyone. For sure, it's a great signing. I think that in that position we needed an important player, and I'm sure that there were not many more better options than Morgan. So we are delighted. I think that it means a lot for everyone. And for the players that are already here as well, they have good feeling and looking forward to have him in a few weeks.
You also have Maxence Lacroix coming in as well. What will those add to the squad, because they're so experienced in the Premier League? We know what they can bring.
Well, we want to build a competitive team. For sure, we are in that process. We have great quality, great talent, and we need to know what it takes to compete in the Premier League, and we want to have a squad with the right balance between quality and mentality. Those things that need to match in terms of maturity stage, where you are in your career, the moment that this project is coming for each player. The hunger, the desire, the commitment, but I think that we are starting in a new season with good energy. That's going to be important.
Go to Jack.
Xabi, the Rogers deal that Plunkett happened from the outside of these fairly quickly. Could you just talk us through how long you and the sport directors have been looking at him and how it all happened?
Luckily, not. I can't give much detail on those things, but luckily, it happened quickly, and we have Morgan. We were looking for him a long time for sure, and he's going to be a key player of the team for sure.
Did you have a lot of conversations with him?
That stays confidential.
Can I just ask what the sort of focus, now you've got Morgan and Maxence in, is the focus trimming the squad a bit, or do you still want to have a few more?
No, I think that we have to be ready. The market is open for a few weeks. We need to be aware of different positions, different situations. So for sure, we have a plan, we have an idea, and we need to assess in the right moment what will happen. But we can't say what's going to happen, but some things might happen.
Go to Bobby.
Hi, Xabi. Where do you see Morgan's best position? What are your plans?
I think that one of his best qualities is that he's flexible. For sure, I think that he, in that pocket position, close to the striker, close to the other 10, but he's played as well on the right side as well. But I think that more coming from the left, coming from that position, we are planning that he feels that he's enjoying his game, that he feels his flow. I'm sure that he will have good connections with the other players that he can have around him. So if we get those connections right, those little associations between them, that they look for each other and they connect well, I think that it will be a great step forward in our quality of our game.
And just on Morgan, how long have you sort of been, you personally, been watching him and appreciating him as a player?
I love football. Even when I was in Germany, I follow the Premier League. When I was in Spain as well, and now much more. So I know a lot of players.
Peter.
Hi, Xabi. We talked a bit about the deal being done quickly. There's obviously a big fee as well, in reported interest from Arsenal in as well. It feels a bit of a statement signing. How important is that for you as a new manager coming in to just have a big signing like that?
When we started talking, we wanted to build a competitive squad, and you need players that can have almost instant impact. And I'm sure that Morgan won't need much time to adaptations to the club, to the system, to the teammates. So that was the idea that we wanted, and to get top player, and Morgan is one of them.
You've got a big squad now, more or less, particularly you've got European football. Will you be expecting to slim that squad down?
We need to be aware. I've said before, we need to know that probably there will be still some movements, and we need to be flexible and we need to be quick to act. But the main thing is that we have a clear idea, a clear plan that we have built, and probably it will change till the last day of the market is open.
Would you prefer a smaller squad? Because you don't think that's
I want a good squad.
Go to Simon.
Sorry, just following on from Pete's question, have you got a number in mind in terms of how many players you want? Because no European football, you don't want too many players around who, of course, not going to get to play on a regular basis.
Not too long, not too short. What is the number? I can't give you that number, but for sure we need to have options, because you know that we can be unlucky with injuries, for example. So we need to be prepared for that. We can be have different circumstances, so we can't be really short neither. But we need to manage well those minutes. As well, we have 2 cups, so we need to fight for them as hard as for the Premier League this year. And that's once we get the right balance in terms of qualities, in terms of personalities, in terms of maturity moments. Hopefully we are looking for that, and that when we are starting the first Premier League game in August, that we say, okay, we have what we wanted or as close as we wanted, and now we are ready to go.
And have you decided who your number 1 keeper is going to be, or are you going to wait for Mike?
Everything is all the positions. We, I would say that the competition within the squad is positive, and I like that.
At the back, in red.
Hi, you mentioned Morgan Rogers needing time to adapt and connectivity with other players in the squad. I was just wondering if you have a plan yet next season for Cole Palmer and him, similar sort of profiles to play in the same 11, and you have a plan happening forward?
Yes, I have a plan. I have an idea, and I can see them linking really well. We need to have a good mix, good stability players and players that can play with more freedom. And if we get that balance right, and we get those special players in the right positions with good control, I think that we will be more competitive. With the ball and against the ball, we need to be good.
Gentleman in front.
Xabi, you had an incredible time in the Premier League as a player with Liverpool. How would you compare the league now going as a coach compared to?
No, it has changed a lot. It was a long time ago. I left 2009, so we've seen that the progression of and the development of the league, of the teams, of the clubs, the coaches as well, the players. So were good years, but now I hope that I can enjoy it as well as a manager. So far, I think that we have great qualities to work with. And now, for sure, we are not the whole squad, but the ones that they are training, they are doing well. They have good energy as well. We are spending time with players from the academy. That, to be honest, I didn't know them that well, and they have really impressed me. The quality, and even being really young, they have top quality, and they are great projects to develop. So we are using this time to get there, but for sure Premier League is a very competitive environment.
Chelsea's a club that has a lot of expectations to deliver straight away. Do you feel like you have the time to really implement your style of play to really get results straight away?
The idea is not to think too early about what's going to happen in May, what will be in May. We need to go step by step. We want to have a good start, but for that we need to create good energies, good chemistry within the team, clear ideas, and that will develop for sure. I'm sure that the team that will start in August won't be the same team that we finish in May, and I'm sure that that team in May will be better than the first day.
Women in the second row.
You've been in charge for a couple of weeks now, getting to know the squad. I just wondered if you could reflect a little bit on what goals you've got for this year, at the end of the season. What would make you happy? Would it be higher than 10?
I don't want to to talk too early or about what's our goal. We want to have a good season. We want to deserve to be as high as possible, and for that we need to work hard. We need to develop this team with new players, with new coach, new ideas. But sometimes takes longer. Sometimes it happens spontaneously quicker. So be ready to try to develop this idea that we have, this plan. But so far, good feeling, good energy. The players, they are working hard, and that's what we wanted. And gradually, the other ones will be coming, and we need to bring them in the dynamic as quick as possible.
Women in the second row.
Hi, Xabi. Over your career, you've coached different teams you've coached teams with different tactical systems. Are you experimenting with that here, or is that too soon?
No. Yes, we will be flexible in our tactics, in our approaches, game plans. For sure, the ideas, the principles of what we want can be the same, but we have tried, and we will try different ideas, mainly because these players, they have done it. So it's not that I'm changing everything. It's about updating. It's about developing something that they have done with new concepts that each manager has. But the good thing is that many things that I like, they have already done. So now it's about changing or updating a few other things.
Xabi, just an Australian-based question. What are your expectations for your time down here? The facilities here at Sydney FC, and what are you expecting on Tuesday night? And also, what can you tell us about the Australian boy in your team, Mahdi Nicoll-Jazuli?
Well, we are expecting having a productive and a good time here in Sydney, for sure. You don't have the chance to come every weekend here to Sydney, so you need to pick the right time. So far, it's been good, but we have a first game on Tuesday and after on Saturday. And Mahdi, I was informed yesterday that he was born in Sydney, so it was a surprise. But he's one of those talented players that come from the academy. Really impressed with him, with other ones, but Mahdi, he's a talent that we need to help, we need to develop, because he has special qualities that you don't see that often from a 16-year-old guy. I don't know if he has Australian passport, but it will be tough for him to choose in the future.
Just another one. Watching the open session last night, where there's a lot of supporters here for you in Sydney as well, but you're very hands-on, getting involved. Is that always your style, that you get really hands-on and still get your feet?
Yeah. I like it. I feel it. I need to be close to the team. I need to participate with the energy, with the intensity that I like to do things. I think that as far as I can run, I can touch the ball. I will try to do that.
Okay, we'll do two more questions. Gentleman at the back, and then Kieran.
I wanted to ask about Mahdi as well. What are the qualities that he has that stand out for you?
No, he has a great dynamism. He has quality, very complete player, and he can pass short. He can dribble in the middle. So he has made a good impression so far.
And we'll finish with Kieran.
The Prem season starts on August 24th. Will Morgan be ready for the start of the season?
Yes. Yeah, all the ones that they come later because they reach farther stages in the World Cup. They will be ready. We have few of them, so they have to be ready.
Yeah. I mean, last season Chelsea covered the least distance in the Premier League. Whereas, like, when you were managing Leverkusen, I think it was pretty much the opposite. You were towards the top of the running stats. Have you identified that as an area where you need to up the intensity of physicality?
We need to compete, and we need to have good energy. We need to run. We need to work hard. We need to have this sacrifice that is compulsory or mandatory. I don't know how you say in each Premier League game. To win each game is really tough. So we need to be prepared for that, and we are using this time for those. So we will see first game.
I'm Kieran Gill from Daily Mail. How are you feeling after last season? You managed to come back at the very end. How are you feeling now?
I think I'm, ready to go. I think having a tiny taste at the end of last season, really gave me that extra motivation to come back to pre-season with that fire in my belly and ready to go again. And push on from there.
I mean, obviously, the club have been linked with signing a new centre-back. Do you get consulted when the club are looking at centre-backs? Because you're the guy who is going to play next to whoever is signed.
No, of course the club are going to sign, whoever they believe is the best centre back to come in and play. Could be playing alongside me, it could be playing against me. That's down to the club, and whoever comes in, I know will be a really good player.
Lisa?
Hi, Levi. Obviously, the last year's been pretty difficult for you. I was just wondering what it's been like because you got injured off the back of the Club Cup. It was the last game one of the last games you played before coming back. And just take us inside your head really, because it was this time last year, wasn't it, when it happened?
Yeah, it was the first day back of pre-season last year. It was really tough to get my head round, but I'm a strong believer of everything happens for a reason. So I just try and take it in my stride. Seeing the boys, on the pitch every day obviously hurt a lot, but I got over it, and I'm back now, and I feel like I'm a stronger person mentally and physically, and I feel like I'm a better person for it.
I think when you've spoken previously about being on the sideline and you found it quite hard and you had to take yourself away and find distractions and things. I was wondering if you had to do the same this time and how you sort of dealt with the process.
Yeah, of course. I had to find something to keep my head on and trying to distract me when I could, because it was very tough. Not doing what you love to do every single day. You've got to find something new, and you've got to try and add some new characteristics to yourself, which I've done. And I think that's my advice for anyone out there. If you're going for a big injury like that, try and take your mind away from it and try and improve yourself in different ways, because that's the easiest way to try and get over an injury like that.
Was it more tricky because you're watching the team, and obviously the team, particularly second half of the season, really struggled and you can't really get involved in help? Yeah,
definitely. When you can't do nothing to affect the game on the pitch, you feel helpless, and that's how I felt at times. But luckily I've got a great team there that I can trust all the time and believe in to work hard and and try and win for me.
Bobby, back row.
Hi, Levi. How's it been so far working under Xabi? And I just wanted to ask, because we've obviously heard a lot about how his teams like to attack, but from a defender's point of view, what are the differences? What have you liked working with him last year?
Yeah, it's an honour to play under a manager like him. He's been so good so far, especially with players like me, even like a defender, being able to have the freedom to play passes and show off your qualities on the ball. That's what I want to do as a defender. I like to create attacks and show off my passing range, which he allows me to do. So far, he's been really good to work under him. Training sessions have been good, and hopefully we can take that into tomorrow and show everyone how much we've improved.
And have you got a preference playing three at the back or four at the back? Because obviously we've seen his Leverkusen team play all three. I was wondering if you had a preference.
No, I don't have a preference. Whatever suits the team the most and helps us win the most games, I'll play whatever formation. I'm not fussed.
Jack?
You said you're a big believer that everything happens for a reason, you can take things from it. I suppose, while that can be true, it must have been a very difficult thing to get your head around, to work out what the reason for the injury was.
Yeah, definitely. You tell yourself, everything happens for a reason, but you start doubting yourself. Because, like I've said before, you come off winning the Club World Cup, feeling on top of the world, and then an injury like that happens. It's like it kills everything, kills the momentum, and you're out for a long time. But you got to stay positive. You got to believe in yourself and trust the process, which I've done. And I felt like that helped me a lot for when I did come back towards the last few games of the season to be strong and hungry to try and be the best player I can be and help the team the most.
You obviously need, especially in the early days after a big support network around you, just wondered who helped you the most, whether there are any colleagues or old teammates you reach out to for advice?
Oh, I had so many old teammates, teammates now. I had so many good people reach out to me, and it meant so much to me. I think I had a couple of players from every team I've played for, and it means a lot because it shows that people still care about you, and that also gives you that motivation to believe in yourself to come back.
And just finally, having come back for the final few games of last season, how do you look ahead to this year in terms of personal ambitions and goals? Is it something that you would write down in a journal or on your phone in terms of ticking things off, and what sort of things would they be?
No, I kind of know my targets in my head, you know. I want to try and take my game to the next level this year. I want to be regarded as one of the best centre-backs in the league this year, 100%. I think coming back for the last 3 games I think I played last season, I think the quality I showed proves that I can be, but I just got to be consistent and show it all the way through this season, and hopefully, you know, I can help my team and lead them on to good things this year.
Hi Levi. If I know rightly, is your dad a Liverpool fan? You grew up watching a lot of Liverpool. Can you tell me a bit about the sort of Xabi Alonso aura and stuff like that, and how the boys feel about him, especially with that sort of background you've got?
Yeah, of course, he was an amazing player. Won, I think, was everything there is to win in football. So, you know, we're really proud to play under him, and, you know, on the training pitch when he shows his quality that he still has, it shows that it never goes. He's just spraying balls for no reason. It's a perfect pass. So sometimes you could be a bit jealous, but he's an amazing manager to work under, and he was obviously a crazy player. So to learn under him will be so good.
Tell us a bit about what Alonso's been like on the training ground. We've heard as well, you've had those 2 behind closed doors games as well. What were they like to play, and what was the messaging and stuff like that?
Yeah, he's very hands-on, which I prefer. You know, as a manager, you want him to give you the message directly, which he's done. He spoke to me a lot and tried to help me, and I think he's tried doing that with all the boys and putting on his game plan and trying making us play the football he wants us to play, which is really creative, attacking, free-flowing football. Which I think we're doing really well. We've shown it in training, and I think you'll see it tomorrow too.
We'll go here.
Hi, Levi. Mahdi Nicoll-Jazuli. And look, you're speaking really positively about the impact that Xabi's had so far. So is there a genuine belief that this team can get back to where Chelsea fans expect you to be?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, like I said, we've got an amazing manager, and I really do believe the players that we've got in the change room are some of the best players in the world, and when everything comes together, we can really be a strong force and push forward this season.
Just on Australia, have you had a chance to check out Sydney?
Not much. Yeah, I want to. We've seen a few things, but I feel like we've got a few more days. I think get the game out of the way tomorrow, and then hopefully we have some free time to go and see the rest of Sydney.
Hi Levi, Charlotte from Football 360. Have you been surprised by the reception of the Chelsea fans here at Sydney?
Yeah, I think the open session yesterday really opened my eyes up. I think the fans are really good. There's so many of them, and I'm really excited for tomorrow.
And one more. What have you learned so far from the Xabi? What would you say?
I feel like it's just, you know, playing free-flowing football. I feel like I've played under a lot of managers that want you to be in the right position and be really rigid, but with him it's, you know, play what you see, find the spaces and really exploit them with fast pace, which I think's worked so far, and hopefully it carries on. Thank you.
Time for 3 more. We'll start with Simon, and then we'll finish that.
Hey Levi, obviously Chelsea are desperate to get back in the Champions League, but you yourself missed the chance of playing Champions League for the first time, so is that part of your personal hunger, let alone Chelsea's, to get back in the Champions League at the first attempt?
Yeah, definitely. I think it hurt a lot last year that I didn't get the chance to play in the Champions League. You know, it's like every young kid's dream to get the chance to hear the anthem. So I definitely want to do everything I can to get the team back in there and hopefully have a chance to play next season in the Champs.
And in terms of chats with Xabi, is he asked you, I know Reece is the captain obviously, but has he asked you to sort of be a part of his sort of leadership group and sort of step forward as a leadership group?
Yeah, I think we've got a leadership group, and I think he knows that, you know, I'll be a part of it, and the leadership qualities I have and how I like to help the team. I think we've got a few players that will be in that, and a few characters, you know, that will push every day, and I like to think that I am one of them.
Levi, obviously without the European football this year, what are your expectations of the team? How far do you think this team can go to really challenge Premier League target teams like us?
Yeah, I feel like we can challenge them. Like I already said, I feel like the players we've got in our team are ready to do that, and, you know, having a manager of this quality now, I think when it all comes together, we're definitely going to be able to challenge them and push for the Premier League.
Obviously, Cole Palmer had a year of injuries last year. What have you seen from him in pre-season and heading into this year, wishing he would bounce back?
Yeah, we all know how good Cole is, and you see it every single day. course, last year was a difficult season for him with injuries, but you know, we've never taken away the belief of how good he is, and he can turn it on whenever he wants.
And one final one.
Dan for Football 360 in Australia, just interested in how the atmosphere or the mood around the club's changed with the change of management this season. Just coming to the other side of the world to play and spend some time together, does that actually help the team bond and get ready for a change campaign? Yeah, definitely. I think it's really positive, you know, for us to be able to spend this time together and really connect and, you know, be on the pitch every day and work hard. You know, it's a blessing in disguise and it helps us a lot, and I feel like we're going to be ready for this season. Have you spent some time with the young Australian-born Mahdi in the squad since you've been out here? What can you tell us about him? Yeah, of course. An amazing player. Really bright future, and we all hope he goes as far as he can.